What up, people? It's your boy, Mr. Noland. Alright, so this is for my students that are working on the budget project. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for doing this, taking your time on the weekends and just out of your day and working on this budget project. Budgeting is something us adults have to do on a monthly basis. And let's be honest, budgeting is not hard. This is something that is very difficult, especially if you are married and you have another source of income and you're trying to budget. Numbers will always change, but it's good to have an idea of what money is going to go where. So we're starting with Unit 1, which is ages 10 through 13. And this is Unit 1, Scenario 1. Now remember, as we move on these scenarios, the rigor is going to get harder and harder. So these problems will get harder as we go. Alright, so Unit 1, Scenario 1. Your parents give you a weekly allowance of $30 for chores around the house. However, if you get into trouble at school or have bad grades, 25% of your weekly allowance will be deducted. If your parents find your chores unsatisfactory, you lose that day's pay. So pretty much, if you don't work, you don't get paid. That's how it's like as an adult. If you make an A on your next test, your parents will give you a $10 bonus added to the end of your weekly allowance. Now there are some jobs that'll give you a bonus based on performance. So if you do something really, really good, or you have like a really, really good year, or the company has a really, really good year, you could get a bonus. Now, us as teachers, we don't get bonuses. Why? Because we are on salary. So salary means we have a set pay already, so we don't get bonuses. Alright, so let's see here. Your weekly work is Monday through Friday, so it's like a normal work week, Monday through Friday. But if you do a couple extra chores around the house on weekends, you will get paid time and a half. So there are some jobs where you work on like holidays like Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, where those are normally days you get off. But if you go into work, what the company does is, let's say you get paid $10 an hour. If you go in on those days and you work overtime, you're going to get something called time and a half. You're going to get paid time and a half. So if you make $10 an hour and you're working either overtime, let's say overtime, you're going to get your $10 that you make each hour plus another half of how much you make each hour. So another half. So what's half of 10? 5. So in reality, if you if you get paid time and a half, you would get $15 now. You would get your normal time plus extra half. Alright? Number 1, how much money do you make each day, not including weekends? Well, if we look back up here, your weekly allowance is $30. But how many days a week do you work? Well, your weekly work is Monday through Friday, so that's 5 days. So if you take your $30 and you divide it between 5 days, you make $6 a day. Now number 2 says how much money is time and a half? Well, this is how much you make each day plus half. So half of 6 would be 3. So your time and a half would be $9. Okay. Number 3. How much money could you possibly make in 1 month if you don't do any extra work? Let's say you also have great jobs at school. There's no bonuses, though, for tests. So just a normal work week, you do good every single day. So the first week you would make $30. The second week, you would make another $30. The third week of the month, you would make another $30. And the fourth week of the month, you would make another $30. Now, why did I do it? Because there's usually 4 weeks in a month. Every once in a while, you'll get that fifth week, but that's not very often. So if you add all these up, you could possibly make $120 in 1 month. There you go. All right, now we're going to be using some of this information from Scenario 1 in order to move on to Scenario 2. All right, guys, I hope this video helps. Have a great day, guys. Bye.